Hello one and all, Ryker here. Today is a special occasion where I combat my inability to describe things well. I say it's one of my greatest weaknesses too. Today we're talking about where these boxes go. That is right, we are talking about the main towers, the 3-7, the 4-8, and the 800 wall. Well, maybe all of those. Right now, let's just get on to the main tower and the 4-8 split. So the main towers, there are 4 of them. They are all connected to unload. The purpose of the main towers is to separate every single box to its correct belt. Now, I do have a picture here. And I'll just say this right now. You are going to get flashbanged. Now that everyone's eyes have been adjusted to the pure whiteness of your screens, let me show you how the main towers work. Now everything is connected to unload. Everything from unload goes up where it hits the splitter location. These splitter locations usually manned by one person, but the people up in the towers can actually ask for a double, which means a second person, which helps them with the flow that much better. Now, editor me, get ready for arrows and numbers and animate it to the correct one. 1s go down this chute, 2s go down this chute, 3s and 7 go down those chutes, 6s go down those chutes. Now all that's left at this point are 5s, 4s, and 8s. Now the unique thing about 5s is that you have to shove them over to one side of the belt to where it's basically hugging the wall of the belt. And as it goes down, it gets caught on some motorized wheels or what have you at a certain point where it gets pushed off to its correct belt. Then as soon as that happens, all that's left should be 4s and 8s. That is a perfect world where there are no missorts and no mistakes. Now, since this is the real world, there is no such thing as perfect. Now, for whatever reasons, mostly for belt 5 by itself, whenever it gets to that certain part where it's supposed to be shoved off, for whatever reason, sometimes it doesn't do that. And at that point, it will then be brought to me, which is at the 4-8 split, which is at that location. Now, at my location, I don't even need to touch 4s. I just need to make sure that the correct tag is on the 4s. I don't need to touch them. All I need to do is grab 8s and push them off to the belt below me. That's all I need to do. Now the job of the 4-8 split is as follows. Your main task is to separate the 8s from the 4s. Then after that, you have to keep track of the elbow to belt 5, which is right behind you, and you can see if there's a jam or not. You also call out jams for belt 4 on either sides and for belt 8. Now some of you may have realized at this point that if the main towers miss a package, it comes straight to me. That is because my belt is technically the flyby belt. Anything they miss comes straight to me. What are the reasons of the main tower's missing packages? I can tell you of a reason. My supervisors will not like this, but it's actually flow rate. A single tower can handle up to 3 trucks at once, so 3 doors. Now, if the unload is going too fast, they can only do so much. And yes, they do have the ability to stop the tower. They have the ability to do that. However, when they do that just to try and maintain the flow, some people down below just don't appreciate being stopped, which is why they usually try to not do that. It's one of the main reasons why I get so many missorts. Now some of you might be wondering, what is the best flow rate for the towers to maintain? I will say it's probably around 1500. That is 1500 or below. That is their golden area, I would say. It doesn't stop the missorts because we are all human here, but it's at its most minimum, if that is the correct way of describing that. I think that about covers it too. I think this is the most accurate I can describe something who has never worked at our facility. Now, just to be clear to everyone, this is not a video bashing on the towers or on unload. It's just fascinating to me of the numbers of the missorts that I get. There are very few days where I'm actually very annoyed with how many missorts that I get. It's just I like these numbers that I see, which says a lot because I actually hate math with a passion. That is how the main towers separate to the rest of the building, and why I get so many 5s and in missorts in general. This is Ryker telling you to have a good day and a good night. And to any of my managers and supervisors watching this, I'll see you at work.